So I also want to talk a little bit about just the drawing pencils and drawing material that you're going to use. You're going to want some charcoal pencils. They come in white and black. Actually, there should be one white and there should be several regular charcoal pencils, like usually a medium, soft, and an extra soft. If you can get a hard, that's even better. With charcoals, the harder it is, the easier it is to erase. Graphite is the other way around, so you end up getting graphite pencils that have different hardnesses, and we'll talk more about those later, but the softer it is, the easier it is to erase. You also want some vine charcoals. They usually come in a box like this. They look like little pieces of vine that has been turned into charcoal because that's what they are. You'll need usually the regular white eraser and a gummy eraser. These work differently with different media. And you'll need some kind of knife or cutting implement. This is an X-Acto knife. You could use a box cutter. I wouldn't use a loose razor blade for this class, but anything with a handle with a nice razor blade on it will work. So a couple things. Since we're drawing next to us, like straight vertically, we actually want to clear away a little bit more of the wood than you normally would. Also, with the charcoal pencils, you don't really want to put these in like a pencil sharpener because the charcoal itself is very fragile, and when you're sharpening it in like a regular pencil sharpener, and either the blades or the blade on the pencil sharpener ends up digging into the graphite, not the graphite, but the charcoal in this case, and catches it, and it actually fractures it. You end up breaking off the end of your pencil that you're trying to sharpen, which is really irritating. So you're going to want to sharpen this with your knife, actually. And the way you're going to want to do that, you're going to want to cut away from yourself and not towards anyone else. And you want to start back much further than you need to. So imagine a normal sharpened pencil and then just start back another 1/4 inch from that. You almost can't go too long with this, too far back. It'd be very difficult to go too far back. You're probably going to go too far forward, not too far back. And if it's really long, that's even better. It's even easier to work with. You can see how ridiculously long that is right now. And when I cut, since this is a razor blade, I'm not trying to just push it through like an axe. I'm not just trying to hack at this thing. I'm actually trying to slice. So it's more like a katana, less like an axe. I'm just trying to slice. Let the blade do the cutting by, getting that slicing action. And I can be kind of forceful with it at first, but when I start getting near the actual charcoal, I want to ease up on a bit. I don't want to put so much pressure on it because, again, the charcoal is very fragile and I can either break it off or just sharpen it into non-existence, and that doesn't help very much. So I'm just easing up on it a little bit. And so now I have this gigantic end of charcoal sticking out, and you are probably thinking that is ridiculous. Well, it is. So that's where sharpening is one thing, putting a point on it is another. So normally we use a piece of sandpaper, like a 200 grit is a good, that's normally a fine sandpaper, but this wears down really fast, really easy. So 200 grit is about what you want. And they make little nail file size ones that come on a little board. That's what this is from. These will work. Getting a straight up sheet of sandpaper is a lot easier, and that would last you the entire class for sure. So if I just make a rotating, like a simple rotating circular motion, and when I do that, I actually rotate the pencil, I spin it, it's going to cause it to form a tip. It's going to create a point on the end of my charcoal. Do you have to do this every time? The answer is no. If you're drawing some guide work or some just general work that doesn't require a fine point, or you like just using the edge of it and rotating it around and using it however you want, there's no wrong way to do it. But some people like a fine point, and that's how you would point after you sharpen it. That's how you point it, and get a little bit of a point by just a circular motion while you rotate it. So now that we've sharpened the pencil and we put a point on it, we're basically ready to draw with a charcoal pencil. So that's an important thing to note.